We're about to go on in just a few moments. I got Hannah Drake. I got Reginald Meeks. I got me. I got Betsy Foster.
Good morning.
Ready?
You got to speak directly in the microphones, guys, okay? Speak directly in the microphones, okay? And you got to be louder when you speak, okay? I'm ready. Good afternoon, good morning, no matter where you are. This is the Jones Report, and this is Kimberly Cecil Jones. And we're waiting for the red light to come up. There we go. We are on the air. Thank you for those couple of minutes that you gave us. We're doing Facebook Live today, and we have like this little ring light that took us a second to put together. But I think you can see us a lot better today. Wouldn't you say you could see yourself a little bit better today? Okay, so thank you to everybody that's listening to the show all across America and in the Philippines, Mexico, Australia, and the UK. In the UK, they're having Megxit. Okay. I'm Kimberly Cecil Jones, your host, and thank you to the people of Louisville, Kentucky that continues to support us as everyone around the world supports us as well. So today, as usual, my co-host, State Representative here in Kentucky, Mr. Reginald Meeks, the Honorable.
Good morning.
Right. The Honorable on Sundays. And my other lovely co-host, the beautiful Miss Betsy Foster.
Good morning, everybody.
And we have a special guest today, and that guest is Miss Hannah Drake, famous poet laureate, all across the world doing her thing, keeping us #woke and keeping us in #the truth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to bring her in on a complete show today. So we always like to start the show with an inspirational moment, and we've given that honor today to Miss Hannah Drake.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you so much. So I think for me today, the inspirational moment is for people to hold their space. So I wrote a blog, Do Not Move Off the Sidewalk.
Hold your space.
Holding your space in a white world. And so I challenge people to take up space because they are here and they belong to be here. So they belong here. So my inspirational word for the day is to certainly take up space.
Right.
Take up space. And we were doing that on
That's powerful.
Thursday. We were taking up space right there in front of Mitch McConnell's office, right outside.
Yeah.
It was freezing cold, but I'm willing to do it for the cause so I can take up space. Thank you, Miss Hannah Drake. And today, I know that you, Mr. Reginald Meeks, State Representative of Kentucky here, that you have the bill of the week. What's going on down in Frankfurt? Because what happens in Frankfurt happens all over the world, basically. Yeah.
Well, I tell you that we are now beginning to rock and roll. Up until this week, we've basically been introducing bills, but starting this week, we will be actually having committees and making decisions about bills. And I want to share with you some of the bills that I've introduced, and I'm very pleased that most of the folks here in Jefferson County who are in the state legislature in the House are supporting these bills. There is a bill that I introduced that requires the teaching of African and Native American history in our schools.
Yes.
That's great.
That was something that came to me by a number of students who said they really don't get history being taught in our schools. And as a student, that's where I began to really have an interest in learning more. Ended up in majoring in those areas. Attica Scott has introduced a bill that prevents discrimination.
She's another state representative as well here in Kentucky, Attica Scott.
And her bill prevents discrimination based on natural hairstyles.
Yes.
That was something came up. She also has a very, very important bill that requires a tax exemption for female products.
Oh.
So it
You're talking about pads. Let's just go ahead on
Hygiene-
that.
hygiene-
You're talking about pads and
products.
Hygiene
tampons
products.
and things like that
Right,
being
right.
tax exempt.
Exactly.
Okay. Very
we
good.
all want to ban the box, and so there's a bill that's been introduced. I think George Brown out of Lexington has introduced that bill.
And what is that bill right there to ban the box?
Basically, when you apply for a job, they will ask you, do you have felonies? Do you have any
Mhm.
legal record?
Mhm.
And when you check that box, it's
You're
very easy
eliminated.
for them to put your application in file 13, and
Right.
basically you eliminate yourself. So we want to stop that. There is a terrible bill that was passed, I want to say last year, having to do with gang violence. Basically saying that if you are wearing the colors of or giving signs of a gang, that you can be stopped and taken in. And so we want to.
Can I ask a question
Sure,
about that? Okay,
absolutely.
here in Louisville, Kentucky, this is Cardinal Country, honey. We are all about the University of Louisville.
Right.
Okay, so since we're being all about the University of Louisville, I mean, I have on red like leather pants today and this black top. So what does that mean for me if I'm walking down the street? I mean, like,
Exactly.
is that they're going to stop me because I have on red?
That's one of the issues that we raised. Attica Scott, I raised. Charles Booker raised. With
Charles Booker is also a state representative,
representative
yes,
here.
here in Louisville, Kentucky.
We tried to say to them that how can you, simply by looking at what somebody's wearing, not understanding why they're wearing them,
Mhm.
but just based on the fact that they are wearing these colors, that you can stop somebody. And we felt like it was very discriminatory. It had the ability to be very discriminatory.
Because what they're going to go out to the KFC Yum Center, which is right here in Louisville, Kentucky, one of the best arenas in the country.
Right.
And they're just going to stop everybody because we're all wearing red and black and white because we are U of L fans.
Right.
Or what if you're a UK fan? You're wearing
Right,
blue,
blue.
which is synonymous with the Crips. Red is being synonymous with the Bloods, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So we pointed those things out, but
Crazy bill.
It didn't make any difference to them.
Okay.
We want to restructure the Voting Rights Act here in
Yes.
Kentucky.
Yes.
We feel like that's a bill also that has been passed by this legislature that just needs to be discussed. It needs to be dealt with because the opportunity to abuse those rights that individuals have to wear what they want to wear, to walk down the street with their friends, can be discriminating. It can be a basis for discrimination. And the voting rights protection that we do not have certainly needs to be addressed.
And they're trying to further that more, make it more restricted this year, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Medical marijuana, medical cannabis, I should say.
What about recreational?
Every time.
I mean, I'm just wondering for some other people.
Oh, I understand. The issue.
I like to be a legal citizen, but if they do make it legal, recreational, I might, try it, but I won't inhale.
Hey, if the president doesn't inhale, you cannot inhale.
Yeah, I'm not going to inhale it. I'm just going to try it.
Right. We want to start with medical marijuana.
I heard a lot. Maybe I can
The
My knees hurt.
Your knees hurt. The benefits of medical marijuana have been basically, it's been established.
Right.
Wait a minute. Honorable Meeks.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Hannah Drake, how do you feel about that?
I think they should legalize marijuana.
all the
And I
way
think
around,
all the way
legal
around.
and recreational,
Yes.
right?
Yes, and I
Medical,
think that
yes.
they need to drop charges that they have placed on people that have used marijuana, which we all know who that affects. But I'm always baffled by this marijuana issue because Kentucky is known for bourbon and gambling. So we're not, I don't know who we're trying to fool, like this is such a pristine state. You know, we're known for two things: bourbon and gambling. And I think the trend that I don't understand, the trend of this nation is that marijuana will be legal in every single state. I'm sure that's the trend. It's never going to go away once they've started it. That's just what it's going to be eventually. And I feel like Kentucky will be behind, because now you see Illinois is going to legalize marijuana. And those dollars, I mean, that's a quick trip,
Huge.
you know, for a 4-hour drive, and you can go smoke weed all day long. And that money will leave Kentucky.
Well, you know I'm from Illinois, so you know.
You might need to take a trip.
I might need to go home and visit some folks. Okay, I might need to. Hey, fam, I'll be up there pretty soon to see you and do a couple of other things.
Well, I tell you, if we were to go directly to recreational marijuana in Kentucky, it would not pass.
Right.
Why? Because you got some stuck-up people that need some X-Lax because they're
Or might need to smoke a joint.
Yeah, that's probably what they need to do. I mean, let's just be real right now. Hey.
Well, the reality is, it will not pass.
Right.
Right.
It will not pass in this legislature.
Right.
Well,
in
what-
this
what-
legislature.
Okay, so it has to be medical first.
One step
So
at
do
a
you
time.
think that? Do you think that
I
can
think
pass?
that can pass. I'm not sure. it
Okay,
will
when's that
pass.
going to be voted on? That needs to be happening like ASAP. People are going crazy because of Trump and Mitch McConnell right now.
We
I
talked
mean,
about
you
that
know,
syndrome, you know?
I mean,
Right.
seriously,
Fatigue.
you know, fatigue, anxiety, depression, everything stress related. You know, even physical symptoms come from stress.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Sure.
so I just want to know, like, when is that going to be voted on? I might need to talk to my doctor. You know,
We will certainly
about for other people.
Of
you
course.
For other people.
We will certainly share with you when that comes up in committee.
Yeah, I think
And it's on-
all of
it's
us
on-
need to be down there, like, make it legal.
Right.
You know, isn't that what kind of helps things along when
It
we're
certainly
there,
will
when
help
we're
to have
present
people there,
in the
absolutely.
moment?
And to have you contact your legislator, either in the Senate and or the House.
Well, she's right here. She's contacting you right now.
It's always so hard because when I have to they say contact your legislators. Reggie's already going to vote for it, so we're good. Or not vote
We're
for
good
it.
to go. We're good to go. We just need you to, like, go up and down the aisle and help some of the other ones along the way.
Yes.
We'll be praying for you on this endeavor because it is much
We need
needed
all the
in the
prayer we
state,
can get. believe
state
me.
of
There are only
Kentucky.
a
I
handful
know.
of us there, right?
Right.
I would say that you got some evilness up there. I'm so sorry about that. But Miss Hannah Drake,
Yes.
you are here today as our special guest.
Thank you for having me.
And we hope to have you back on many, many, many times to have your thoughts and your views on different things.
Thank
Because
you.
you're out here really in the thick of things. You're standing up, you're speaking out, and we commend you for that. Because
Thank
it's
you.
not easy in this state
No.
to actually speak out. And I know that you've written a couple of books that I hope that you brought me autographed. So, you know, one day, if I'm falling below my $1 million, I'd be like, hey, I got this book from Hannah Drake. I'm sure it's worth about 2.5 mil, you know, something. you know.
One day, I hope and pray.
Oh, that day is
Yeah,
coming up, girl.
absolutely.
It's coming up. So, what are the books that you have written, and what brought you to this point? Because Hannah Drake and I, we know each other. She used to be my pastor's executive assistant, the Honorable Dr. F. Bruce Williams here in Louisville, Kentucky, with Bates Memorial Baptist Church, and you let it all go to
Yes.
embark on this dream that you have certainly made a reality.
Yes, it's really been a blessing and eye-opening for me. And it was just the right time. Of course, during this time, Trump was not in office. And certainly no one believed that he would ever be in office. And then he just, came to the top.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I tell people all the time, and I say it for this upcoming election. Never underestimate the power of white supremacy, ever. That's why he's in office and can remain in office. us, and that's why we have to be vigilant. So with my writing, I decided I'm going to write and speak the truth, and I have nothing to lose at this point.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
I just have to tell the truth and hopefully try to shake things up. Even in Kentucky,